That's right. Number 4 gets 44.
Joined by Hofstra head coach Joe Mihalik and senior guard DeJour Bowie. Coach, an opening statement about today's game, please.
Well, obviously proud of our guys for, bouncing back after the clunker we had the other night. We're dealing with some sickness. I mean, didn't want to mention it the other night, but 2 guys not even in uniform today, Stafford and Hal Hughes, couldn't even come to the game. And the other night, Elijah didn't practice before the William Mary game because he was sick, and then Tariq was throwing up in layup lines. So, we got this sickness we're dealing with right now, so we were a little nervous coming into the game, and had a little bit of a bad start. That's the second game in a row. We had to call the early timeout, but you got to do what you got to do. But thanks to this guy sitting next to me, it's not just what he does on the court. It's more about off the court. He just wasn't going to let our guys stub our toe twice.
Questions?
John, without Justin, after last year, did you ever envision that, you knew Bowie was going to have to step up, but did you ever envision him putting up numbers like 35, 44?
No. And that's why this guy just continues to amaze me. I mean, this is one of the most incredible stories in all of Hofstra basketball. You guys know all these things more than me. Go back, 80 years or whatever, however old the school is. There's this, you run out of superlatives. I mean, it's a special guy here. It's what he's doing on the court, what he does off the court. He's 3 classes away from having his master's. 3?
Yeah.
3 classes away from getting his master's. And his stats are going to be unbelievable. I mean, his career stats are going to be unbelievable. But I'm going to just stay on him to do something that we got to get done here, to try to climb up that ladder, cut down his nets, because I know that's what's really important to him and all those guys.
Just to follow up, is that something that you thought you'd be able to put up those types of numbers scoring wise? I mean, you knew you could set people up and score your fair share, but did you think you'd reach numbers like that? And also, what does it mean to you to not only get a career high, but do it while getting 1,000 today?
Well, that was, I wanted to focus on that. I realized a couple games ago, but I just came in here to win. We had a bad game last game. I just came in here to win. Stayed aggressive. I thank Coach for believing in me and trusting me out there. So I just played.
Jaden.
Sure. After Thursday night, Joe said you guys should be embarrassed after what happened in the William and Mary game. How much of a sense of urgency was there for you to come out and set the tone with these guys early in the first half?
Being a leader, you got to deal with those things. The team got to deal with that, but you can't control that. Like that's over with. We had to move on. We had a great practice yesterday, and it carried over to today.
Joe, you said obviously you had some sickness on Wednesday and Thursday. I know you don't want to look to excuses, but now you look back at it. Is that part of the reason that the team played so poorly on Thursday? And is that
listen, I mean, Elijah wasn't himself, and Tariq wasn't himself, but that's not, you got to give it credit to William and Mary. They were terrific, and we weren't. Our attitude and effort still wasn't what it needs to be. And when a guy goes down, it's got to be next man up, as cliche as that sounds. And so look, that's the way it goes. We got to deal with it. It's part of it. Last year we were lucky enough to have nobody getting sick and nobody getting injured, and this year we're dealing with stuff like that, and that's life, and that's what it's all about.
Sure. What do you think? What do you think of Isaac Conte scoring 19 points and Omar Silverio 13? So 2 big days from them. What did you see from them today?
I'm sorry, I thought you said DeJour. I'm so happy for those guys. Let's go backwards. We need help off the bench, and Omar came in and made a couple of shots and really gave us a boost. He's a really good shooter. It's the other things he was doing that got me excited. We always knew he could shoot, but he did a pretty good job with his slides in the zone. He came up with a loose ball. I think he even had a couple of steals. So what he did, with his non-shooting part of his game got me more excited than the shooting. And I'm happy for him because, like I said, we need some people off the bench. And then we need for Isaac to keep growing. I mean, he is. He's getting better all the time. I mean, he dominated the big man at Princeton with all due respect. He got the best of the big guy at Princeton. He got the best of the big guy at Manhattan. He's had some really good games and did well, and he just keeps getting better and better. A year ago at this point, I don't know what Jaquil Taylor's numbers were like, but I think it's a similar thing. We're hoping that he can continue to grow the way Jaquil did last year.
Brian.
With Thursday night, what did you think was with you? Why did you struggle offensively, and what was the difference today? I mean, why were you so on? Do you think?
To be honest, I don't know. Thursday it was just one of those games. I guess the ball didn't bounce my way and our team way. So today I made a couple shots and I tried to stay aggressive, and they didn't fall for me. So
Joe, just looking ahead at the road trip, probably your toughest one in conference this season, your longest one at least. What do you expect from that? And you know, you've been up and down Thursday, but today you bounced back. And how important is that to get this now off of Thursday to go into that trip?
Yeah, we needed this. We needed this. We really did. We couldn't. You know, failure was not an option today. You know, heading into this 3-game road trip where we start with that Northeastern and then we go to Wilmington and Charleston. I mean, it's just, you know, I'm going to complain about it all year long. 5 out of 7 on the road in conference play. Second 2 out of 3 years is it's just not right. But you got to deal with it. It's part of it. So glad we got this win. And you know, Northeastern's terrific. They lost. Apparently, they lost at the buzzer to William Mary. Somebody said so. That just goes to show you how good this league is.
Jerry.
So both of you, both guys, you know, after San Jose State, you said this loss would either, you know, help us grow, define us, or vice versa. Then you said basically the same thing on Thursday night. What have you seen from the guys in practice, and we guys know from each other to think that you won't need a third lesson like that? What is there something that happened on Wednesday, or on Thursday, to ensure that you don't need to go through that again in conference play?
No, that's a good question, and I guess it's the roller coaster of the season that we all deal with. I think San Jose, whether it's San Jose State or San Diego or, you know, the Bonaventure game or, you know, whenever you lose, it's how you respond, and that's what I love about this team. I mean, I said it the other night, as embarrassed as we were, you know, I just being with these guys every day is a gift, and I love being with them. And again, I can't say it enough. It's because of this guy next to me. He makes sure that team. He's MVP of the locker room every day.
Brian.
What happened with Eli, and how much of a scary moment was that for you? Because then he comes back 5 minutes later.
Yeah. Lower body. What are we supposed to say these days? Lower body injury. Okay, which means he sprained his ankle.
Right.
But he could have gone. But we had the game under control, and you know, the guys were in there were playing well. So we just got, you know, used caution. You know, he did twist it a little bit. He's got it wrapped in ice, and now he's going to live in the training room for the next 3 or 4 days.
Jerry.
Sure. How long do you think until you hear from Justin tonight?
Oh,
He probably called me about 5 times already.
And does Speedy know that you exceeded his career high tonight?
Of course he did.
does Speedy know? He kept saying, take him out. As he was getting close to 40, Speedy kept saying, get him out. He's tired. Get him out of there. So.
He knows? He knew?
Oh, did he know?
Yeah, he definitely.
Oh, he knew.
What'd you say to him after the game? Anything?
He told me at the Towson game, he said, you don't get chances to get 40. You missed 2
Yeah,
free
that's right.
throws.
I bet that.
Today I just, you know,
You
just
miss
laughed
it.
at him.
You miss it today. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good thing.
Thank